If you clicked on this video, you probably just as bored as me, you know what I'm saying? So, you know what I'm saying? What's up? I hope y'all staying safe out here. This shit too real. That's a whole nother video. We ain't even gonna get into it. I hope everybody is, you know, being safe, and I'm praying for everybody, loved ones and shit. But let's get to the shit of why we here. When I was 17, I got in a shootout with the cops. And I'm blessed to have lived through this. And it wasn't funny at the time, but this story is funny as fuck now. I used to hustle on this block that I lived on. You feel me? I lived on this block. I grew up on this block. My mom was an addict, so you know, my crib used to be popping, doing numbers and shit. So I pretty much grew into this shit. You know, I was bred into this lifestyle, right? So it was this boy that lived across the street from me. His name was Jason. We called him Jay Greasy. He was a smoker, but he was grimy as fuck. But he knew how far to take his griminess, you feel me? That was my man. I knew he was grimy as shit. But he knew not to play too crazy. But he used to do nut shit. I had him trapping. I used to trap out of his house too. One day I had gave him a burner because he used to walk the Ave. He used to catch the smokers on the Ave. And I ain't want nothing to happen to him and shit. So I made sure he was strapped. And he used to burn me, you know, periodically because he a fiend. But when you in the game, you realize that the losses ain't gonna outweigh the gain, so you kind of take the good with the bad, you know what I mean? But this one particular time, this nigga pawned the gun that I gave him, and I found out because my man, the nigga he pawned the slammer to, hit me like, yo, I think this your joint. So I'm like, I go take a look at it. Oh yeah, that's my shit. He like, yeah, Jay Greasy, you know what I'm saying, sold it to me. So I'm like, oh okay, that's the type of shit he on, all right. So I'm asking him where the ratchet at. I'm like, yo, bro, where the ratchet at, whatever. He giving me the runaround. Meanwhile, I already got the ratchet back. So I already know he bullshit. So then he fucked up a pack. Now normally when he fuck up a pack, I'd just be like, whatever, work it off, whatever, give him another pack. Cause you fucking up a 250 pack. But nigga, you making me, you know, 10 grand every week or whatever, however much. So it's like really nothing, but I'm gonna make it like it's a big deal. But this time I cut him off. I'm like, nah. I'm like, I need my bread. You know what I'm saying? I ain't giving you shit else unless I get my bread. So he's sick. So I preface all that to say, I can't get into the rest until I tell y'all the story, but he owed me some money. I'm in his crib. I'm getting high, I'm Zanny, syruped up, and I was smoking weed that night. I'm fucked up. I'm waiting on this little bitch to come. I'm sitting there and shit. He come to me, he like, listen, if I'm about to sell this phone, if I get the bread, is you gonna fuck with me again? Like, you gonna give me another pack? I'm like, yeah, cause I had the gun back anyway. So I'm like, yeah, I fuck with you. You pay your debt and shit, I fuck with you. He like, all right, I'm about to go sell this phone. I'm like, all right. So he go outside. I'm sitting in the crib. I start hearing all this noise and shit. Mind you, this is my trap crib. This is where I sell drugs at. And this the block that I've been living on for a very long time. And my neighbors fucking hate me. They hate me. They hate me. They hate my mom. Like, they feel like we break down the property value. Any type of drama that usually happened on the block, it was probably something surrounding my house or whatever. For real, I see why they fucking hated me on some real shit. My neighbors, dog. Like, I see why. I used to be putting, you know, the magnets? Back in the day, we had these magnets that you could put coke in or whatever, and it would stick to whatever, you know, you stick it to. And you put in, I used to be having them shits in their doors, under their cars. Like, these niggas would be like on their way to work, and I would just go over there and just get my shit from under their car. They're like, yo, what the fuck? Like, you got fucking crack underneath my fucking car, like a crack inside my door type shit. I ain't give a fuck. They ain't cussing me out of the shop like, my bad, Miss Mary Ann, my bad. I do the same shit. So I do see why they kind of hated me. All right, I see a little bit. But anyway, so I go outside to try and diffuse this whole situation. And mind you, this ain't no motherfucking iPhone. This back in the day. Nigga, this ain't no iPhone, no iPad, no MacBook. Nigga, this is a fucking Nokia, nigga. Niggas play Snake on it, nigga. Nigga, ringtone, drop it like it's hot. Dude, like, this is like, nah. Like, y'all, this is not. I go out there, I'm like, yo, it's this guy out there, about 25. It's 2 in the morning. It's raining slightly. And he got a hood up, he got his hood up, dark skin. And he like, yo, like, I just need my phone. Like, I ain't leaving. I gotta get my phone out of here. I ain't leaving out here without my phone. And I'm like, I understand that, sir. I'm like, I don't know what y'all going through. He like, my information in that joint. And I'm like, all right, I get it. But y'all gotta take that somewhere else because this is a place of business. Like, y'all can't do that right here. So the boy, Jay Greasy, like, no, you said you had $20. I was like, that ain't $20. So the boy like, I only got $8 on me. That's all I got on me. But I need this phone. I need my phone. They got my shit in it. So I'm like, and these niggas arguing about $20? Yo, you gotta get the fuck out of here. All of a sudden, he was like, man, I ain't leaving on my phone. He started like slurring, stumbling around. Like, and I'm really high. I'm really high. I'm really when he trying to act like he is. You feel me? So that's when I'm like, something ain't right. I just didn't know what wasn't right, but I knew something wasn't right. I seem to have thought, the first thought that went through my mind is this is staged. Jay Greasy trying to set me up because he owed me some bread. You know what I'm saying? He been mad. I've been watching him. He been starving for about, 5 days, a week, thinking, oh, he done finally crossed the line. Like, okay. So I'm standing on the porch. Like I said, I'm already strapped. I'm standing on the porch. I'm just on high alert at this point. Like, all right, as soon as this nigga go to reach, I'm on his ass. But I'm real calm. And then the next thing I know, he went to go reach. And the first thing I thought was, I fucking knew it. I fucking knew it. I knew this nigga was on some bullshit. Like, I knew it. As soon as he went to go reach, I reached. And I fired the first shot. But when his shot went off, after his shot went off, he says, I know he said the word Philadelphia. So I think at that point he was saying Philadelphia Police Department, but it was after the shot. It was after I shot and after he shot. So, nigga, you could say Jesus Christ, plead the blood of Jesus. You could say motherfucking alhamdulillah. I don't give a fuck what you say after we are exchanging fire. It's nothing to say. I can say for a fact that he reached for his gun first. I can say that for a fact. Before I reached for mine. So we exchange our first shots. I'm on the porch. So as I'm backing, it's nowhere to go for me really. So I'm kind of backing into the crib towards the house. We chopping back and forth. He on like the sidewalk, like right? You know how like it's like a porch and then some couple steps and then there's the sidewalk. He like on the sidewalk towards the curb. In the midst of this happening, a nigga from across the street just starts shooting. Out of nowhere. Like I said, it's like 2, 3 in the morning. It's late as shit. It's raining and all that. And it's a nigga that just starts shooting in the from across the street. So I'm thinking in my head, I'm not ready. I got a trade pound. I'm booming on a nigga, but I can't go with 2 niggas right now. I'm not ready to go against 2 niggas right now. I got a motherfucking trade pound. I wasn't even expecting none of this to happen. There's 2 niggas shooting at me. What the fuck is happening? So I run in the crib. I get hit in the leg from like in between the living room going into the dining room. I get hit in the leg. Mind you, I wasn't the only motherfucker hit. They wound up hitting everybody in the house. Me, Jay Greasy, his wife, like everybody. I get hit in the leg. I'm still running though, cause that ain't like when your adrenaline pumping like that. Like I ain't feel that. And then as I started making my way towards the kitchen, like into the kitchen, I got hit in the motherfucking right here, from neck to shoulder, neck to like yo, which I just got the bullet removed like last year. These niggas told me it was a graze and there wasn't nothing in it. This shit started fucking with me bad. But anyway, I got hit right there. I'm like, these niggas trying to take my fucking head off, and it's a rain of bullets. Like it's come to find out, it was like 100 shots or some shit like that when I went to court and all that, and I got my discovery. So it's a rain of like the bullets are not stopping, and niggas is getting shot in the house, and I'm like, this ain't no normal like shootout. This ain't the normal shit. It was like a normal shootout that like lasts a couple seconds. You feel me? Like. I mean, these niggas were shooting for a minute. These niggas were shooting for like 60 seconds. Like, literally not stopping. So, bruh. So, at this time, I'm fucking shook. Bruh, like, Real rap. Like, I'm terrified on some real shit. I ducked down, like, in the kitchen. I tucked the gun. You know what I mean? My neck, that neck situation just made me like, I don't know, like, all right, they trying to take my head off. I just don't know what to think, what to hit though. Where I hit the gun, I got down on the floor, and I was just trying to wait for it to stop. And then when it stopped, it was like all these lights and shit, and they like, come out, freeze, put your hands up, blah, 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 right? So in my mind, I'm just like, all right, I'm going to jail, but all right, like, like, so I put my hands out and shit, like, I ain't strapped, you know what I mean? I'm ready. It still didn't dawn on me that these niggas was the ones that was. I'm thinking that the cops done showed up and I'm caught. You feel me? I'm caught. Cause like I said, these niggas was shooting for so long. They were shooting for long enough for the cops to fucking arrive. Like in my mind, these niggas was shooting long enough for the cops to have arrived. I put my hands out, you know what I mean? And then they grabbed me. The cops grabbed me. They cuffed me. And then they must have wanted to make this shit public, you feel me? So after they cuffed me, they dragged me outside. And when they dragged me outside, that's when they just start going ham, like stomping my head. I'm cuffed, so I can't block nothing. I told you they had shot all into the crib. Everybody got shot. It was like 100 bullets. So the glass from the windows and from the doors and shit was on the porch. It was millions of pieces of shattered glass. So they stomping me out and fucking like hitting me with the nightstick, fucking spitting on me. They just doing everything to me. And all I remember in that moment is two things. I remember every time like some pressure was applied to any part of my body by, you know, a nightstick, a boot, whatever. I remember feeling the glass on the porch pierce my skin. I remember that. That was like, like I remember that. And I also remember, because I was one of the motherfuckers that used to, you know, I take all change, nigga. I still do. Well, not now with the corona shit, but that's a whole nother story. I don't even want to touch cash at this point. But all my life, I love change. Back then, I had a big ass, one of my grandma's little pouches. You know, I know the one with the nipple, the little titty, the little leather one. I mean, I had a white leather one. I used to take all change from fiends. I ain't give a fuck. And, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, this is my gas money, my Dutch money, my little money from my little annihilators and shit, whatever the fuck I want. You feel me? So I had like $50 in change on me at all times. And I remember every time they kicked me or something, the change was like releasing. Like, all I kept hearing was like, bring, bring, bring. Like, it's like I was like Super Mario or some shit. Like these niggas was like kicking the change out of me, yo. The shit was just so fucking crazy. And the whole time I'm like, yo, why is they fucking me up like this? Like, why is they fucking me up like this? Like, I thought I was just about to go to jail, you know what I mean? Clearly I'm involved in some type of shooting or some shit. But I'm like, this is like personal or something. I hear my neighbors in the back. And my neighbors is like, that's a girl. And my girl at the time, you know what I mean? Of course my bitch lived on my block, you feel me? That's the only way to keep it, I mean, when it's like that. So she was like snapping, just like everybody who hated me, like not my girl at the time, she loved me, but all my neighbors, even that didn't, you know, they thought they hated me, you know, they watched me grow up and they understood that I had a different type of lifestyle that, you know, they could see why it happened, you know, so they loved me for sure. Like, it came out in that moment because they started like screaming like, yo, that's a girl, like, what y'all doing? Like, people was trying to like break through the shit and like, you know, niggas was really like, what the fuck? And if y'all wondering, if y'all never seen me before, if a person out there don't know me and wondering like, why am I a girl or boy because of the beard shit? I'm a girl, but that's a whole nother video. I just grow a beard, like, naturally. Anyway, so they like, that's a girl. So then I start saying it, like, yeah, like, yo, like, hey, like, trying to like, like, I ain't who y'all looking for type shit. So like, I ain't who y'all looking looking for type shit. Like, like, why y'all doing me like that? And I start feeling the hesitation of the police. Like, they was still going hard, but they like, we keep hearing them say that it's a girl. We think that's the person that shot. But I think it was fucking their head up that it was a girl that did it, you know? So, or they thought maybe they had the wrong person. Maybe they thought they grabbed the wrong person out the house, you know? So I think they kind of start slowing up on me a little bit. And when the next thing I remember is getting on a stretcher and being carried out on a stretcher. And as I'm carried out on a stretcher off the porch, I glance over, and I see the fucking cop boy, who now I know is a cop in this moment, on the stretcher, his badge hanging out, because he was an undercover, but now his badge is hanging out, and he crying and shit, hugging like another cop on a stretcher. And I remember thinking like, yo, like I just fucked up. Like, damn. And you looking at 40 to 80, attempted murder on 2 cops. I'm like,